Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Calyx. I hope I'm not muted. I don't think that I am. Today is the finale for an adventure we have been doing for the last 3 to 4 weeks, so some breaks included. And if you are joining us for the first time, hi, I'm Becca Scott. I am your keeper of arcane lore. This show is called The Calyx, and I have some incredible players and a last-minute friend that stepped in to play a certain beloved NPC because one of our wonderful crew, Bridget Jeffries, had a family emergency, and family comes first. So she's taking care of her people. She's our people, so send lots of love. And one more thing before I introduce our players this evening is I want to thank Chaosium. They are the publishers of Call of Cthulhu, and they sponsor this stream, which is so nice because, well, we just love playing Call of Cthulhu, so it's real cool that they sponsor us. If you want to make use of our discount code, it is CalyxS3. That'll get you 10% off everything at chaosium.com. And I do recommend buying directly from the website and not from any resellers because you'll be able to access a PDF version as well, which I use prolifically. Maybe we're not all streamers, but it is really nice to have a PDF version of everything. So highly recommend that you head to chaosium.com and use that discount code. And without further ado, let's meet our players this evening. Hello, lovely storytellers.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Fine.
Easy.
How are you?
Easy, smooth start to the stream. There was
Look at
no
this. Look at
issues.
us.
It was
we
great.
get better every week, really.
Yeah, easy, quick, fun. First of all, I realized I probably should have mentioned that we didn't have Bridget tonight with Paula and Gina here because I'm sure you have a lot to say about that, but we love her very much, and we wish she were here, but totally understand.
Yes.
And that being said, Josephine McAdam, you golden goddess, thank you so much for stepping in last minute, and we're so excited to see your interpretation of everyone's favorite NPC, Linda Lovewing.
Yes, I'm sure it'll be exactly spot on to whatever it was that she was doing previously.
Honestly, whatever you do is correct. It is canon because she is... well, I'll let you explain who she is from what you know. And let's hop right in to introducing our players and our player characters. Paula, will you kick us off?
Yes, I would love to. Hello, my name is Paula Deming. I make the board game sketch comedy series Things Get Dicey. I stream board games and video games here on Twitch on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Paula Deming. And I contribute to the YouTube channel Watch It Played, as well as podcasts. This Game is Broken, a board game comedy panel show, and Death by Monsters, a paranormal comedy podcast all about monsters, mysteries, and the unknown.
Oh.
And I play Peterson. I'm Peterson Langley. I'm a doctor of medicine. I went to Princeton. Yes. I absolutely never forget my alma mater. And yes, you may not have heard of Princeton having a medical school, but they do. It's highly elite and secretive. So yes, I believe science has an explanation for everything. I am blaming myself for our friend Jackson Elias's death, murder. I got just a little bit touchy with our friend Millie last night when she revealed that she has a spell book, but also told me that I wasn't focused enough on solving whatever happened to Jackson, which is silly, but we're fine. We've talked about it and we're fine now. And I have very confusing feelings at the moment for Jo. And that's fine. That's fine. I feel like that's the important things I should say about myself.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina DeVivo, and tonight I'm going to be playing Jo. Jo Reeves is a scoundrel, lovable, ladies' lady, but maybe she's changing that up a little bit. Maybe the people that are in her life that she cares about are making her see herself a little bit better. And you know, things are tough. She just had a breakup from her childhood sweetheart, and her friend is murdered in front of her, and her friends are fighting, and she has a crush on her longtime friend Peterson, and that all came out last night. And you know, smooches did not happen, and we agreed that Millie was right, and that we needed to focus on the case, and that we needed to let whatever was happening just breathe and focus on what's really important.
Breathe. Yeah. Focus on what's important.
Yeah. And just focus.
Yeah.
Because we have to be in each other's bedrooms a lot. So researching.
Researching. Specifically researching for what the Sorority of the Unordinary has sent us.
Yes.
Notably, not any other kinds of research, because there could be innuendo implied.
I know about this research. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you. Good. Linda knows. Linda definitely knows about this kind of research.
Of Linda, first let's meet Josephine real quick. Hi, Josephine. Tell us about you.
Hi. Yeah, I was talking as Josephine there, but yes. Hi, I'm Josephine. You can find me at JCVIM everywhere. I things and stuff. I have got a big announcement coming this week, so that I can't say early. Well, now I have to make you
tell me off camera.
But maybe I do have a sweet spot for Becca, so
I'll squeeze it out to you.
But tonight I am playing Linda Lovewing. Yes, I am a dashing 87 years old. I was chairwoman of the Danvers Historical Society, if you must know. I am very proud of that fact. I do consider myself a very apt and capable witch. If you need some tea, I can make all sorts of special teas. Special teas. That would be my shop name if I had one. But I run a boarding house instead, so I'm sure I make a lot of it there. I'm very excited to have run into these ladies again, and discover what's going on.
Absolutely. That is a perfect Linda. Honestly, much better played than better justice that has ever been served to Linda in the past. And I'm so glad you're here. All right. So to catch everyone up, because we did take last week off, aside from the interpersonal drama happening between our Sorority of the Unordinary members, there, of course, was a reveal that Millie has gained some spell casting abilities with the help of Linda. There is, of course, the drama between Jo and Peterson. You're going to have to check out the past episodes on youtube.com/goodtimesociety. But the important things now, as has been discussed and decided amongst the group, is that the case at hand is the most important thing. And the case is that you were brought to New York City, 1925, to aid your friend, Jackson Elias, in finding out more about this Carlyle Expedition. What is that? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You show up, Jackson is dead. He is eviscerated. His guts are spilling out of him in his hotel room as Jo Achilles slivers one of these killers, who then harakiris himself in the alleyway outside the hotel. She stabs another with his compatriot's knife, and then the third is apprehended as the police arrive, and Peterson shares a few last words because of her incredible skill at medicine, milks a few more seconds of life out of their friend to learn that what mattered most to him is to see his friends in those last moments. Linda, of course, was back at her boarding house in Danvers, Massachusetts, but when she read in the papers that a friend of her friends had suffered such a tragic death, she hopped into a town car and came straight to the funeral.
Of course, of course.
Let's see. After attending the funeral, going to the reading of the last will and testament of their deceased friend, they met a very kind lawyer that had been a longtime friend of his client. This lawyer's name was Carlton Ramsey, and Carlton informed all of you that Jackson may have known the end was nigh because he had come and revised his will. And in that revised will, he asked that each of you investigators that he trusted most in the world continue his research and get to the bottom of what happened to the Carlyle Expedition. You've also learned through speaking to the New York Times reporter Rebecca Schosenberg that there is a man that is on death row at Sing Sing prison waiting for old Sparky the electric chair that was blamed for 8 murders that seemed very similar to your dear friend's murder because of the carving, the ritualistic cult-like carving that was on his forehead and the foreheads of the other 8 victims of whatever this might be. You've heard the term bloody tongue thrown about. You've seen the cultists in your friend's hotel room who wore strange headdresses with a long red fabric tongue hanging from them. Or whatever they think it is. And let's see, I've been talking a lot. So Peterson, who did you visit last episode to help with this recap just a bit?
Oh boy, I went and saw Dr. Mordecai Lemming. Quite the character. Made very awkward joke about setting him up with my mother. I'm not sure why I did that, but it happened. But I found out Mordecai done some research into an East African death cult. Didn't seem to actually know anything about the cult of the bloody tongue other than having a piece of pottery, I believe, with the symbol on it that had been carved into Jackson and also all the other victims, that he had gotten that piece of pottery from a store called the Juju Room, I believe. If I could just check my notes here that
Juju
I wrote.
House.
Juju House. Excuse me for being inaccurate. The Juju House. And that is where Silas Nkwane, I believe is the pronunciation, sold him that item. How it's connected, not sure. But I had a lovely time, got a little bit tipsy, came back to our hotel, thought I was going to get Linda's advice on what to do about Jo, but Linda wasn't there. Linda came back with Millie, and we got confronted before I was able to ask any advice.
And Jo, you also had an encounter with a certain someone following a lead.
Yeah, I did. Essentially, when we reconnected, we found out Peterson and I had sort of been being directed towards the same shopkeeper I visited with the Emerson Imports head. Nice guy, might hook me up later with some of my expeditions, but seemed to recognize this symbol as just sort of a thing that comes on a few artifacts that he helps import for a guy named Silas. Whose card I found on the guys that murdered my friend. So feel like we gotta have some words. Yeah.
Before you have a chance to have any words at all, the 3 of you awaken. Linda had been staying in Millie Green's hotel room as well. There's 3 adjoining hotel rooms in the Broadway Hotel in New York, in Manhattan. And when you awaken, Linda, as you look around the hotel room, the second twin bed in this room is empty. You see Millie's clothing from the night before neatly folded and set next to her suitcase. You don't see the nightdress she was wearing. And in the bathroom, the window is open. It is a January morning and a freezing cold chill awakens you through this window.
Oh, my old bones can't take this. What is this? Millie, hello? I'm gonna go into the bathroom and investigate. I also want to see if there's any notes left behind or anything.
You don't need to roll for spot hidden to see that there is nothing. You searched the place. Do you wake Peterson and Jo?
Yes, are they just next door?
They are, yeah.
Okay, I'll walk out. Hello, Millie's gone. She's just in the dead of night.
Huh?
I open my door. What?
Come with me. Come on.
Oh,
Look.
Okay. Morning, Linda. What's going on?
Look, Millie's missing.
Missing?
Missing? She just downstairs. Sometimes she pops out.
No, the bathroom window's open. There's a chill in the air. Something's not right.
I will take that spot hidden roll from all three of you.
All right.
Ooh. I have a regular success.
At
You
98, so I'm staring at the ground.
a fumble
no.
indeed. Linda,
I'm too
your vision
distracted.
is way too poor. You can hardly see 2 feet in front of you most of the time.
I don't see any. Oh, hold on. Oh.
Jo, what did you say?
Remind me.
I'm
actually-
staring at where Linda is looking. Just like, do you see something?
You see something down there.
What?
Do we check the skills for regular success or only if we've had a hard or extreme success?
Regular success. Go ahead and check your spot hidden.
Great, thank you.
And that means that you can improve
What
it.
are the two of you doing?
Peterson, you investigate the windowsill, and on it, you see dark red stains, blood.
They look like blood.
What?
They look like blood. There's
The window has actually been
Jo?
broken out.
Linda broken out.
The
broken
window
in.
was broken in. Yes,
Like something.
the window has been broken.
Okay.
There is shattered glass.
Can you tell my Encyclopedia Brown? Mine was like, okay, if the glass is
good.
on the inside
Yeah,
of the
no,
room,
really
that
good
means
point.
someone came inside.
You're trapped in a room. There are no windows. There are no doors.
But there's a puddle of water on the floor.
That's right. You've been here before.
Millie melted?
Wait, what is
Jo? Linda, this window is broken and there's blood.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Linda, did you hear anything last night?
Oh, I'm a deep sleeper. It takes a lot to stir me. But you think I would have noticed if the window was broken, but no, I didn't notice anything.
What floor are we on, Becca?
You're
Are
on
we
the third
high
floor.
up? Third floor. Thank you. I'll
what's
put
out
my
the
head
window?
out the window. Does it look like there's like a trail of blood or sign Millie's body? I don't know.
You see nothing. You just see the alleyway below. You see the same alleyway that it connects to the fire escape, but there is no fire escape to this window.
This does not seem willing, right?
This I can't imagine that she was so mad at us that she broke a window
I don't
in
think
and
so.
then leapt out.
No, I don't think she was still mad at us. I think I felt like we resolved that. Is her book here? Has anyone seen her spell book? The one you brought her, Linda. Of course
I'm
you
gonna
would
look.
remember.
I'm gonna look.
You brought it.
gonna start rummaging
let's
for it.
look.
You find it tucked inside of her suitcase.
And she folded her clothes?
From the night before.
Oh, yes, she does that. She's very clean.
I don't think she would have just left without any of her things. And she thought we were in danger. She wouldn't have just left to go do investigating on her own without telling us that she was going somewhere. I don't believe she would do that. That's too much of a risk.
How many
Perhaps-
people know we're here?
Oh.
I gave everyone a different. Who have we given the real place we're staying at to?
No one. I don't think anyone other than Linda. Linda, can you? You probably can't. So it's fine because this is kind of a strange thing to be asking to begin with. But
What is it, dear? What is it?
Since her talk to
Yeah.
Millie, send a spectral message of some
Oh,
Yeah, do the witch stuff.
sort.
yes,
I
yes,
feel a little
okay.
queasy even asking.
I'm going to.
Do the candle communication we did last night. Do you think she's got a candle on her? She's probably got something.
Oh,
Does it work with-
possibly.
All right, Gina, if you would give me a roll for intelligence to remember who else you might have given the address of your hotel to.
Thank you.
And Linda.
Yes, I would like to lick my finger and just take a little bit of the blood
Oh,
on the
yes.
floor and do a taste, and then put it up into the air and
Please
see if I can sense dear Millie's direction.
roll for power, and I'm going to need a hard success.
Peterson is just watching this so closely, like trying to see like the science happening.
Where are the strings?
Like what? Yeah, where's the?
Rolled a 98 to remember, so I'm pretty frantic. And then I pushed, and I got exactly my number.
How many luck points can I use?
As many as you like. Now, for Joe's roll, Joe Reeves. I'm trying to differentiate because Joe is Joe and Joe is also Joe.
I know. I started to call JoJo, and I'm Joe.
I will default to calling people by their characters' names. I'll just say Joe Reeves.
Yeah, Joe
You
Reeves.
say Joe.
There we
I
go.
won't respond to Joe.
Then I'll be confused.
But this is Josephine.
What was I saying to you?
And I'm Joe.
You remember that you told someone else you've
I
seen
did.
recently the address, but you cannot for the life of you remember who it was.
I so did.
Did
Who
we
did
give
I?
it
Oh
to,
God, I don't remember.
Did we give it to Carlton? Or
Maybe.
the assistant? That's the only person I can think of.
Willa? Maybe I
Meanwhile,
did.
I'm going to spend 10 luck points so I can get a hard success on this.
Linda, as you close your eyes and stick your withered, wizened finger out the window, you feel a tug on the blood after a few seconds of breathing deeply. You feel it pulling you north. And you know that this connection will stay there for a certain amount of time, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Post haste. I have a feeling we must go north. We must go north.
Okay, let's go now.
We're
Joe
going
is
to-
like still in boxers and a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
I will just grab Joe's face and say, put on clothes, warm
Do we have
clothes.
time?
Yes, very quickly, put on clothes. Linda, wrap yourself up. It's very cold outside. I will grab a coat in 60 seconds.
Okay, 60
or
seconds.
less. We are
Go.
back here and we're going. Okay.
Okay.
So rush off and
You
make
do
sure we're all
that?
dressed.
You're outside the hotel, you are walking, you've been, do you take a cab or do you want to go on foot?
A cab. I can't
Cab.
walk that fast. Are you kidding?
All right, we're getting in a cab and we will tell them. I'll just like Peterson's in like get things done mode and just like gets in the front if we can, unless you would like me to see. if
All
we
of
can catch a
you
cab.
have means of some manner or other, and you can definitely afford this car, this taxi to drive you. Linda,
We
you
get 10
ride with your
whole
finger.
dollars.
You ride. Well, this is going to cost one. And
Yeah,
Linda rides
good.
with her finger out the car window, just saying left, right, left. As
Follow that lady's directions.
And you pull up outside of a Harlem neighborhood. There is a courtyard. It is One Ransom Court is the address listed, and the cabbie says, "You sure you want to get out here? This isn't really the safest place for 3 dames like you."
Oh.
It's an emergency. Keep your mouth shut.
I think we can hold
Also,
our own.
thanks.
Thank you very much.
It's very
Well,
capable.
My mouth
Very
would stay shut for a little extra skin.
You want some? I don't have any skin on me right now.
Okay.
But
No, I
maybe
mean
if
like
I-
on my ears and then this, I mean,
Oh,
you know, on
mess.
the palm. Not like that. That's, give me some skin, you know, like, I guess that means a high five. I don't know what I'm saying. I want him a tip. Give me a tip.
All right,
Give him
I'll-
5
He
cents.
just wants the tip, ladies.
All right.
Just the tip, ladies.
Just-
God dang it, Linda. You know how to do this.
Linda a freak.
Okay, I will pull out $1.15. I'll say thank you for driving us here. And
When
do
you
we
get
want him to
out,
wait?
he zooms
No?
away.
Oh,
Off
okay.
to his next
Bye.
ride. He doesn't want to pick up a ride in this neighborhood, and as you look around, you see why there are crowded tenements around this court, boarded up windows in one of the buildings, and there is a main thoroughfare that you are behind an alleyway of. The court area that you're entering, there are buildings that have an entrance in this sort of like courtyard, but it's away from the main thoroughfare.
Okay, point the way.
Yes. No, point and scuttle along towards.
I'm gonna pre-open my butterfly knife and just kind of have it like a little bit tucked up my sleeve.
I'm going to go running.
Oh!
I'll keep up.
You don't
going,
run
Linda.
far. At the alley that leads into this cobblestone courtyard, and in front of you, you see two doors. One on the left is boarded up, and you see the word pawn above the door, but the W is hanging askew. And on the right side, an unmarked door, but to the right of it is a small window, and inside that window you see bars, but also a few African-looking artifacts sitting on the sill.
I try the door. Like too aggressively. Like I twist the knob to like ram it in.
Let me see. Let me tell you more what you see. You actually see a display window, and the glass. And this door is glass. Actually, you can see inside. There isn't like a big showy sign, but it does have a shop hour sign: 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed on Sundays. Lunch 12 to 1. You woke up. Well, I imagine it's at 9 o'clock or so. You might just be opening up. The shop might just be opening up now, and the door opens.
Millie?
Do we see a person, or does it just open on its own?
As you step into the shop, the interior is a cramped, crowded, dusty, dirty, piled with tribal artifacts, bric-a-brac. There's devil masks, leather drums, stuffed models of animals, bears, giraffes, ivory warthogs, carved wildebeest, and hand weapons of all variety. The shop is almost oppressive in how crowded it is, but as you look past the shelves to the back, through almost a cloud of dust, you see a cluttered, waist-high glass cabinet, which acts as a counter, and behind is a shriveled, old African-American man wrapped in a red blanket, and he looks up slowly from his ledger and says, "You've come early."
Where's our friend?
I
What time
wasn't
were you expecting us?
customers right as the store opened.
Let me guess, you're Silas, right? This is Juju House?
That's right.
Where's our friend Millie?
Yes, tell us. The finger knows.
Her finger knows.
I know nothing of your friend Millie.
Oh yeah? What do you know about the bloody tongue? You're not gonna fool me today, dude.
Are you threatening violence to me?
I don't know what I'm threatening, but if you don't get my friend back to me right now, I'm gonna threaten something.
Okay, let's all take a moment here. Sir, hello. We are looking for our friend. We have reason to believe that she might be here.
Bleeding.
And bleeding, yes. Have you seen anyone of that description? A friend of ours. I didn't describe her at all. I will describe Millie.
He edges towards the door behind you. You can tell from the space from the main thoroughfare to this alleyway that there is another room behind him. You see a blanket covering a doorway near his glass cabinet, and he starts edging towards where you just entered, coming towards you.
I'm gonna go behind that curtain.
As
We're not
you
making friends
dash
today.
through the curtain, he dashes into the alleyway that you just came in through, and he starts screaming, "Help! Thieves! Murderers! Help! Help! It's just an old man, an old shopkeep! Help!" And
shut him
people
up.
start running out of the tenements to see what the commotion is. Windows open in these tenements that were overlooking the courtyard. What do you do?
No.
What does
No,
Linda do?
I'll run out and say, "This man attacked me. He's probably not even older than me. What? You just come after me. He's the liar."
You know me. You know I'm a good shopkeep. You know I've been here. There's women. They attacked me. They're witches.
Okay, everyone calm down. Peterson will come out and try and go, I am so sorry. You can tell we have some highly respected but older people who have gotten themselves a bit confused this morning. Everything's fine here. There was just a bit of confusion over
This man
a
is
price
my
on an
husband.
object. And you
Everyone
can see
roll for luck.
she's very confused. I'm so unlucky. Why are you making me do this?
Since I'm not participating in the calming things down, am I also rolling luck?
I got a 3.
I'll let this be a group
Linda?
roll. Yeah, that 3 will... Peterson, did you fail? Like fumble fail?
I didn't fumble fail. I rolled a 60, and as we all know, my luck is only 20. No, my luck is 16. So I didn't fumble, but I am not lucky.
And Linda got a 3. I think with that 3, the people who opened their windows and looked out, they said, "Silas, shut up. I'm trying to sleep. It's still early." And they slammed their windows shut again.
Silas, please. I think there's let's all just calm down. Let's go back inside. Let's talk for a moment. We are missing a friend, and we've come in here emotional, hot-headed, and we've obviously thrown you off. Please, let's just come inside and sit, and I apologize for my other friend who's not missing, but who did run into your private room.
He says, "I'm not going anywhere with you." And he turns to walk out the alleyway entrance. I'm going to need you to roll for... Okay. You'll get a chance to grab him in just a moment. Let's cut to Jo, who ran into the other room of Juju House. And when you go behind the thick blanket at the rear of the premises, you find... What do you find? There is a sparse room with a twin-size bed, a rug sideways, a small lavatory in the corner, and a stove and very small icebox in another corner. This is just his personal living quarters. And as you look across, there are 3 barred windows, very small ones. You don't see a door to another room aside from the lavatory, which the door is open.
If I know anything about people trying to hide stuff, they usually do it in the floor. And I pull the rug up.
Give me a spot hidden with a bonus die.
Great. Ooh.
I thought you were saying they usually do it in the toilet.
No. I'm an archaeologist. They hide everything under the ground.
Fair enough.
And I rolled a 13.
Excellent. Please check your skill in spot hidden. And you rip up the bedroom rug. Just floorboards. But you remember seeing another small rug as you ran past the glass cabinet in the other room. That rug is just outside the door to the quarters. You were almost standing on top of it. And you pull that one up, and beneath, you find a 2x2 trap door with a metal handle.
I knew it. I try to open it.
The trap door pulls up, and underneath you see dark stairs, narrow enough only for one person's shoulders to fit inside.
Millie!
You don't hear anything.
I'm gonna shout back, to the alleyway. I found a hidden floor. I'm gonna see if Millie's okay.
Before anyone hears that, oh yeah, did you want to do one more thing?
I just want to find like a flashlight or a lantern or something that I can like lower so I know what I'm looking at.
There are 2 lanterns on the shelves of this glass cabinet. As soon as your eyes lift, right from where you were lifting the trapdoor, you're behind his sort of makeshift counter.
Yeah. Okay.
As you pause at the entrance.
I'm gonna grab the things, and I think I'm gonna get to the edge of the trap door, and then I'm gonna stop dead in my tracks and look straight out the window at Peterson and freeze.
What you see is a few minutes earlier, the screaming, the windows, a few people peek front that had been passing by the entrance to the alleyway, but no one has any reason to come in this alleyway unless they are coming to this shop. And the people who opened their windows were convinced by Linda Lovewing, who shouted, "This is my husband.
Thank
He
goodness.
is fighting us," or whatever it was she said. And in the moment, Peterson is attempting to convince him to come back in and negotiate. He's not having it. He turns to walk away. And Linda said you grab him. So give me a fighting brawl.
No, I failed. But I want to play it off like I will find you go this time. I'll catch you, you sly fox, eventually.
Perfect, Linda.
I know, right? Okay, as you do, the 3 of you enter a combat phase. So let me pull up Silas's stats.
I shoot him. I finally shoot my gun.
Do you pull out your gun?
I don't. I'm not going to pull out my gun.
You don't gotta shoot him.
You don't need to roll for spot hidden to know that people are still looking out the windows. They close them because it's cold, but people are looking at you. You feel the eyes.
Yeah, I will not be doing that.
Sorry, there's a lot of pages. There's a lot of pages.
It's okay. I'm in such Joe mode that my brain is going, they don't know me. What are they going to do? Give a description of a person to the cops that are hella corrupt in this? She's like, I don't care. I'm going in.
No, you're reckless.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is that an important part of your character?
Oops.
Am I just now?
Just gonna go hard copy. Hold on.
You're like, duh, you're just not figuring this out about me.
How
remember
many
when we
times?
broke into an insane asylum?
Yeah, remember when I got us all almost killed?
I'm going to assume that Peterson has a higher dexterity than this wizened old man. So Peterson,
gosh, I hope so. My
you'll get
dex
to
is
act
65.
next. Yeah, that's a pretty good dex. I believe that's higher than Linda as well. What's your dexterity? You just got to act first because you made the first move. 40. Okay. 40 and 65. Peterson, how would you like to act?
I will like to also put my hand on him and see if I can just grab him and just to be like, not in a too threatening way, to be like, we really need to talk. Please talk to us. So
got it. Are you trying to restrain him at all, or just a comforting hand?
I'm trying to restrain him. I don't want him to go, and I'm trying to be firm, like semi-intimidating with this.
Okay. Give me
I think
a roll
a lot of myself, apparently.
for fighting brawl.
I'm going to spend 2 luck points for a regular success. I rolled a 27. I have nothing in fighting brawl, so to make it a 25, I'm spending 2 luck points because I want to do it.
He's going to get a chance to dodge.
Okay. Oh, can I is this the thing I can spend luck points on, or maybe it's not in combat? You can't. Did he dodge anyway? Doesn't matter.
His arm is so thin. He's almost skeletal and he rips away from you and takes another couple steps. He is not here to fight. And he doesn't look like he could throw a punch if he wanted to.
Right.
He takes a few more steps towards the mouth of the alleyway. And
I know what I should have done. Okay, hurry, get back to my turn. Oh, okay.
Jo, you looked up, you're holding a lantern, you found a trapdoor, and you look up and you see your friends in this scuffle in the alleyway. What do you do?
I think they're all trying to be nice. And I realize that I'm probably causing problems, but I also clearly think that this man is guilty of something horrible. My friend's blood has led us to this store, and he has a trap door. And all of the artifacts that are, he has symbols carved into my friend's face. I think I'm just gonna run outside and whack him with the thing and just stop him.
What are you whacking with?
I just grabbed a lantern.
Okay. Roll for fighting brawl.
This may be the person that's responsible for the deaths of my friends. I don't want to kill him. I just kind of want to knock him out so we can bring him back inside.
Go,
Give me a roll. Fighting.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 luck points to make it a regular success.
He's going to get a chance to dodge.
Oh, wait, can I for fighting? Can't remember.
I don't remember either. I'll allow it.
Right.
Hey, then you have... Okay, hold on. These dice are broken. He falls to the ground before you even connect. He is an old man with experience in getting out of trouble, as he does yet again.
Oh, there
he evades your grasp, but with the 3 of you all in such close quarters, he feels like he can't make another step towards the alley without being noticed. But you know what? The people above are still watching, and I wonder if at this point they've seen swings made at this old man that they know in their neighborhood. You all are strangers.
We're just 3 white people came in. We're being
3 white people in this predominantly black neighborhood beating up on the old African man with a tribal shop. But the neighbors didn't roll so well. Okay. So you have another moment. He looks at each of you and he grits his teeth. And he snarls something in a language you don't recognize. It sounds guttural, lacking vowels. And let's see, Linda got the sneak surprise, but it is, let's see, his dex, yours is 40, his is 50. So he's going to take this moment. He was just going to go for the exit, but instead, he's going to go for the most vulnerable of you. And swings at Linda.
If Linda dies, I swear, Becca.
He takes the cane he walks on and whips it as hard as he can and completely misses.
This is the worst fight.
This is so embarrassing.
Linda, what would you like to do? Maybe this is why the neighbors haven't called the cops yet.
Right?
Because no one has connected.
What are they doing down there?
No abuse will come for this. These are your children, and you cannot run from that. Okay, you come here with me. And try to, lead him, or try to grapple him.
Okay, give me a fighting brawl to grapple him. And if you want, you can also give me a fast talk roll to see if these are your children line sold to the passersby.
The grapple is a 91, so it's a no. But the fast talk succeeds. Just a regular success.
You see a guy lean out his window and say, "Silas, talk to your children. Jesus."
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Next to act, we're back to Peterson.
Yeah, I'm going to. Peterson has, as soon as the attempt to hold on to him failed, Peterson starts digging in their medical bag to pull out their journal and flip to the page where they drew the image that had been carved into Jackson. And I'm going to pull it out and show it to him and go, I just want to talk to you about this symbol, please. I know you know something about it.
His eyes, if they could possibly, get even narrower, and he tries to spin towards another step towards the exit to the alleyway.
Oh, that didn't work.
I'm just tackling him.
Excellent. Give me a
He's
strength.
not good. She's so like full just red. This person is just what was it?
It's just your strength.
Strength.
He's still gonna get a chance.
Okay,
to dodge.
I got a 38, so a regular success.
Come on. Don't dodge, you wily old man.
He rolled a 4.
No!
What is happening?
I even switched dice because the other ones were too good.
Wow.
I ignored a 3.
That's why I married him.
He dashes. He's on the sidewalk, and he's moving towards the main street. And if he flags down a cop car, things will not go well.
How many cops are in Harlem right now, you think?
Way too many. It's over-policed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was like they don't go there or if there's too many. I wasn't sure which way.
Black neighborhood, and there are way too many Irish cops on every street corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna roll for spot hidden for a cop. Or for, your luck, basically.
What do we do? Do we just let him go?
They don't, he stumbles out onto the nearest street, 147th, I think, and he looks left and right. He doesn't see whoever he thought would be posted there. This is West 138th Street, but this is a busy street. And he starts walking quickly. Looks like he wants to run, but he's too old to kind of like pick up his feet in that way.
Wait, we either go after him at this point or we just look in his shop for Millie or signs of Millie.
There is there is a room under the floor, Peterson. This person is a murderer.
Well, let's go down there and see if Millie's still down there. Why are we wasting? This is just like with Jackson. I wasted my time going after those people in the room and could not save him. So what are we doing? And Peterson will just walk away and go over to the trapdoor.
Joe Reeves, roll for intelligence.
Hard success.
You remember at the funeral, the 2 beat cops, white dudes, giving you all the stare down?
Yeah.
And you think if people know you're on to something, if the wrong people know, if maybe this Captain Robson guy knows, it's not going to be good for you.
Oh, okay.
It is Joe's turn to act.
Joe's gonna go after the guy. Joe just is you're the doctor, you save people. I dig up their dirt. And I run. Go save people.
Linda, come inside with me. Unless you want to go with her. You make your own choices, Linda. You can handle yourself. And I go inside.
We'll find out what Linda does momentarily. We still are
I'm sorry, that sounded mean.
A chase of sorts.
Oh. I just didn't want to tell you what to do. I believe how horribly this encounter has gone.
I don't know why I'm rolling so well. This never happens when I'm a player.
Wildly great.
I'm so sorry. Joe.
Yes.
You are driven by the need to protect your friends. You lunge at him one more time. How do you reach for him?
I think since I am at least aware that I need to like be more, since he's closer to the street. There's so much happening that I think she just kind of attempts to like get him in a headlock with the "you gotta come back, dad" kind of thing with the like bit, but she's clearly like is not in on the bit, but is at least continuing the like vocal narrative that is being shouted, so that it at least looks like maybe this is a really disgruntled like argument between people that do know each other. You know, he's saying these witches, and you know that sounds very fantastical, something you'd maybe say in a domestic dispute, you know. So I think that the attempt is a headlock. I'm not going to kill him.
Give me a roll for fighting
brawl.
brawl.
Drag him back into the store and maybe tie him up or something. Okay. Okay. I got a 9. Yes. That's an extreme success.
Becca.
What did you roll?
Those dice don't count.
Becca.
Are you serious?
Did he roll a disadvantage because of her extreme success?
Yes, as I will and should, and that's how the game works. 94.
Oh, that's more like it. God. Did he roll a 4?
The first, it was a 19, but he definitely had a penalty die. So a 99, a fumble, actually. He slips on a patch of ice in the January weather. Obviously, everybody knows you have to take a penalty die when your opponent gets an extreme success.
Obvious.
Right.
Well, actually, his dodge, okay, hold on. This is how rules actually work, and you did beat him because it is degrees of success. With an extreme, you beat his regular success because he rolled a 19, but he only has 35 for dodge. So it's just regular success. So we didn't lie.
See, we were right the whole time.
Yeah. Rules. Rules are good.
My heart.
We like rules.
Pounding so hard.
You put an arm around him that looks like it's on his shoulder, but it is cutting off his air as he like made this misstep on this patch of ice. And Linda, you were right at the mouth of the alleyway, I think, unless there's another move you were gonna, I think you were kind of like deciding whether to go back in with Peterson or go help Jo and make another attack. But Jo is much bigger than this small old man and twists him around, pulls him in the other direction, and his feet barely need to touch the sidewalk for him to be walking back through this courtyard and into Juju House, where you all are now, the door shut behind you. You might, there is a lock in the door. Whether you choose to lock it or not is up to you.
Oh, I will lock that door. Oh, so good that the family can all be together again. Okay.
Is there anything else Linda would like to do, since it would have been your turn to act in combat?
Look, what spells do I have at my disposal? Can I, I know that I'm into the occult. Would I have anything that would, like, sense if this man is truly a man? Like human?
Roll for
does it
occult.
have some stuff, messing occult? Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. A hard success.
You take an appraisal of him, and in your estimation, the definition of a man involves humanity, involves compassion and empathy. And as you look at him, you see that these things are lacking, that there is a sense of pain in the pleasure of others when you look into the eyes that stare daggers back at you. But in the biological sense, you feel that he is human.
Mine seems corrupted, perverted in a sense, so sometimes I go for that, but not tonight. Well, what did you find?
Jo, he's under your arm. What do you do with him? There is a chair in the corner. There's his quarters. There's just this cramped store. And Peterson, you can help in whatever you'd like to do as well.
I think now that the windows are closed and I have him in this headlock, I don't really need to do anything. I don't imagine that this. I guess if we just got the confirmation from Linda that this person is a not a good person, and Peterson is standing above the trap door. We got to go in, and I'm not leaving this person anywhere. So I have had the butterfly knife up my sleeve, and I think I just kind of like do a flick of my wrist and put it into my hand and then put it up to his neck. And I go, let's find out your dirty secrets. Lead the way.
He is resistant. He does not pick up his feet. He does not say anything. He gives you he spits. He turns and spits in your face. As your arm is around his neck, you feel a chain there, hanging around his neck as well.
A chain?
Ooh,
like a necklace chain.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
I think I kind of just like wipe the spit, and I'm like, yeah, like you're the first person that's ever done that. And then I want to be like, oh, what's this? What's this? You got your own Greeky bread? What's this? Talisman? Huh? And she's like fully like, Jo, you have never seen Jo in a bar fight before, and she has entered the playing with her food stage of the fight where she's finally got an upper hand, and she's like, no, you messed with the wrong girl today. Clearly Jo has been harassed a lot in her life, and this is barely anything, but this person may have hurt Millie. So what is the talisman or
as
whatever
you
is on
reach
his
in
neck?
and pull out the chain that was hanging beneath his shirt, you see a key, an old metal key.
Rip it off, pass it to Peterson.
Okay.
Does it open?
I take it and then I just go. It's very dark down the stairs.
It is, yes. There is no light. Yeah.
I know I need light.
There's one extra behind the counter. I took one, but I almost tried to smash it on your face.
Okay. I will quickly grab a lantern to take down with me. I want to get down there. I care more about if Millie is down there and potentially dying.
Yeah.
I need to get there. I can't let what happened with Jackson happen again, especially after this whole conversation that we just had. So yeah. I am grabbing a lantern and I have this key and I'm just like, I'm on a mission. I'm going down into the cellar to see if Millie's down there.
Okay. You have the key. You head down the stairs into the basement. When you get to the base, there is a locked door at the end of this corridor leading down from the shop above. And there is, as you hold up the lantern to the corners of the door in front of you, it seems to be oak reinforced with iron strips. And cut into the wood are symbols. Mm-hmm. Strange symbols that are not immediately identifiable to you.
Okay, so now I haven't seen anything. I would like to write those down later, but I don't have time. I don't have time to draw them in my journal. So I'm just gonna put the key in the lock and open the door.
Hold one moment. What is Linda doing as Jo holds Silas in place upstairs? The door is locked inside the store and Peterson is down the stairs.
I think I would go with Peterson.
Okay. You head down the stairs.
Yes.
Jo, do you just keep him in the front of the store? What part of the store
no,
are you
I
on?
would like to follow with him.
Got it.
Because there's just no way I'm leaving Peterson or Linda out of my sight.
All right, give me one more strength check just to keep him under. He's a slippery dude.
He really is. But I've got a knife out now, so
that's true.
hope we don't.
I think that gives him
that.
disadvantage anyway. He rolled poorly to begin with, but there we go.
Okay.
Okay, the dice are behaving now.
Hard 6. Yeah.
Do you want to kill us or not, Becca? I mean,
Hard
I regret
success.
saying that, but
I wish I did. I wish I wanted to. The game might kill you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you said hard success?
Hard, yeah.
That is great because he is morally and physically tampered down. Okay. Linda
He is tampered.
I'm trying to think of the word and it's not coming. You know, he's in his place. He's sad.
Incapacitated.
He's sad boy. He's sad boy now.
He's sad boy?
He's sad boy now. Okay, Linda, you're about halfway down the stairs as Peterson's key is in this lock and the door opens. And in fact, I have a little map, but I don't quite want to show you yet. In fact, let me. Nope, there's no. I can't. Talk amongst yourselves. What goes through Peterson's mind of what he would do inside the store?
Well, first, there's a big part of me that really wants to stop and draw the symbols, which I would normally do on my journal if we weren't in a rush. I would stop and I would draw the symbols so that we would know them. And then I would want to like check and see, hey, is everything weird? Because sometimes things are bad, but I don't have time for that because what happened with Jackson, and I let that go too long and Jackson died. And if Millie dies, I could never forgive myself. And so it does not matter what the symbols on this door are. If Millie is in here, we are opening the store and we are getting inside. There is not time for anything. We will deal with it all together. Whatever happens, we will deal with it. But Millie cannot die.
I would love to read those symbols over your back, though.
Great, Stalling, and I realize no one else's cameras are in frame, but we're doing it anyway. Hey, this is what you see. There's the alleyway, there's the shop, the pawn shop, the back room, and you are down the stairs labeled number 3 right now. Who knows what you will find in the basement? There may be more map for that we'll get to in a moment. Okay, that was very exciting. I like visual references. So as you open the door to the basement, with the key, the hinges on the door creak open. And behind, you find a large stone chamber, 15-foot-high ceilings. After the stairs you went down, it seems almost impossible that this thing would be carved here in the middle of New York City, this basement made of stone. And you see these cult symbols everywhere, torches in wall niches lighting this sort of ceremonial chamber. Not all of them are lit, just 1 or 2, but you can see in the dim light there is a stone space, there are walls, there is a round mouth, almost like a well, but it's about 8 feet wide, and there is a huge stone slab on top of it, and you see in the middle of the far wall is a curtain. There are masks hanging on the wall. There are lots of, as you can imagine from the proprietor of a shop full of artifacts, that there are quite a few, obscure items decorating this area.
And it's immediately apparent that Millie is not here, or at least not.
You don't see
the only place
your
she
friend.
could be is potentially behind that curtain.
You don't see your friend visibly. The main objects you see are the curtain and the well-like item.
Is my tingly finger still going, or is it gone?
Give me a power roll.
Okay. Oh, yes. I got a 16. Ooh. You know what? Let's use 2 luck points and make it extreme.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do you go in past Peterson in the door, or maybe just behind?
Yes.
You
I'll
feel
right behind.
Linda steps into the ceremonial chamber and feels the pull going further into this chamber towards the well. or whatever is behind this huge stone slab. And as you get closer, you see there is a winch, sort of like a pulley system, basically, that would help to remove this slab.
Oh.
Do you sense her? Do you sense her, Linda?
Well, yes.
And you do sense the powerful connection you have to your fellow spellcaster tells you beyond reason that this is where she is.
Yes, though I'm afraid to look, if I'm quite honest.
I will look.
Jo, you're down the stairs now as well.
Yeah.
Silas has tried to fight you down the stairs, and it took you a little longer to come down, but he's now beside you.
I think once I'm not quite aware that there is the finger still having a connection, so it's just an immediate like, and ding ding ding, we have a winner for sleazy cult leader. Hey, what the hell's that? What the hell is that?
Oh, I'm worried. This is where I'm being pulled towards with what I did earlier to follow after Millie.
Did you throw our friend into a freaking well?
You and your friends have been looking where it was none of your business to look. This is the cost. And if I die here, soon you will meet the same end. For it will not come for me. I have given my worship to the Dakota. And he spits at you again.
I take his spit off my face, spit into it, and then just like try to shove it into his mouth. Just shutting him up. And I think I like rip off my tie with one hand and just like shove it as far into his throat as I possibly can. You don't get to talk anymore, and trust me, I will find something worse than death for you. And I just squeeze a little tighter.
Okay. He can't talk.
Walk him in. I so badly don't want to be holding this person anymore, but
So
they need.
You said the well that Millie might be down is covered, and that there's a system to be able to try and move it.
It is covered right now. Yes.
I will go over and try to move the cover if I can.
With your own raw strength, you're not able to budge this like foot tall, impossibly thick stone slab, but there is a winch right there on the floor, which is kind of like a rope attached to a pulley system.
Mm-hmm.
And you're welcome to try.
I would like to try that. Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength check.
As they're doing that, can I look around the room to see if I can discern any specific type of magic, like over? I know there's artifacts and all sorts of things, but like one that seems to be more so than here, or perhaps look for clues of the what are we, the bloody tongues, something?
Mm-hmm.
The cult of the bloody tongue. Yes, you look around, you see evil symbols everywhere, statues, strange masks on hangers, and the curtain hiding what looks like, you can tell from the floor and the little bit of ceiling you can see above the curtain in like an alcove sort of area behind it.
Yes, I'll go investigate that.
So I
Linda,
rolled a success by 1. Just so you know, I my strength is 60 and I rolled a 59. So just so you know, whenever you're ready for that.
Peterson, you grab the handle and start rotating this winch. And as you do, a sort of pulley system lifts this. At first, nothing's happening, but as tension grows, it slides just the smallest bit open and continues to move faster and faster, the faster that you gain momentum on the winch as Linda steps closer to these thick red curtains, raw at the edges, sort of like fraying and falling apart. And as you slide one open on the hooks, you see 4 figures abruptly turn their eyes to you, standing at the 4 corners of a 6x6 chamber filled with ceremonial artifacts. And these unnatural beings move towards you. As Peterson, inside the deep stone cavity you have just exposed, you hear the screams of your friend Millie, as well as an unnatural, screeching, horrible sound of something large and hungry. And that is where we will take our break.
I knew it.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Hello, welcome back to the Calyx. Thanks to our sponsor, one more time, Chaosium Inc. The scenario we are playing now is Massive Nyarlathotep. All right, we may have gotten off script quite a bit, but now in this very moment, we are very much on the script. Because
the scariest thing that's happened the whole chapter. We're like, let's deal with love and forget about sanity rolls and monsters and existential dread.
The two go hand in hand.
It's so funny you should mention sanity rolls, because now is the perfect time for all of you to roll for sanity. As Peterson, you hear the groan of an unearthly monster, as well as the blood-curdling scream of the friend you have been searching for. Jo, you're standing holding the proprietor of the shop above this dank, dirty basement full of ritualistic artifacts under your arm as you hear this as well, and your sanity roll hinges on whether or not he will escape your grasp. And Linda, separately, another thing is going on the other side of this basement. You pulled back a curtain, and you see quite a few disturbing things inside. So far, you have seen 4 zombie-like humanoids that have turned their heads eerily, unnaturally, in a way that might have broken a living neck, towards you. How did everyone do?
Oh.
I'm fine. The sound that sounds like a monster growling is just the way sound bounces off of like deep pits. So that's just normal. It's wind. It's air, and I'm fine because I rolled a 40 and my sanity is 64.
Yes, I'm fine too. You know, I've pulled back curtains on many scenarios, and this one is so far, you know, perhaps a little undead, but not, you know, some say I'm not, I've got 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot out, so it's not too foreign to me.
And if, Joe, I hope you did okay. I'm nervous, you're claustrophobic, you got a person, I've got all kinds of...
I thought you were claustrophobic. Those stairs. I had this moment where I was like, she's claustrophobic. When she goes down the stairs, she should have to roll for sanity. But wait, she's an archaeologist. I must be thinking of something else.
No. That's those two were beautifully hand in hand. There is a reason Joe is currently just being a scoundrel and not a successful archaeologist like she intended for her life.
Right. Well, you escaped that sanity roll, but how did this one go?
I'm gonna roll both.
Oh, okay.
No, that I was like, I'm okay for the claustrophobia. Now this is the Millie scream one. $19.
Wow.
She angry.
I am.
She didn't have time
so
to be
calm
insane
in my pissedness.
All of you passed? Yes?
Yes.
All of us passed.
Incredible.
Surprising. I just had to roll 2 sanity checks, and my sanity is not particularly high anymore.
You've seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Linda. Behind this curtain, in addition to the creatures who have started to move towards you as if awakened when the metal on metal of the rings pulling back on this curtain rod alerted them to your presence. Inside this alcove, about 6 feet square, 1.8 meter, and curtained from the sacrificial chamber, there are 4, one at each corner of these humanoid figures. Most of the treasures that you see are wrapped together in a leopard hide against the back wall, out of the way of the coming and going of these beings. There is a priest robe and lion's claws hanging on a peg on the rear wall with this sort of like a scepter leaned up in one corner. You also see a mask with a wooden face, and hanging out of it is a tongue.
Oh, okay.
Bloody.
What the
see.
tongue is made of, you can't quite tell. This robe is like a feathered shawl shimmering with color. You could look more into that if these things weren't coming towards you, but immediately you feel kind of like a flamingo or a kingfisher, like very East African birds. And these claws are affixed to these glove-like garments, also on a hook on the back wall.
Oh, well, you know, I would like to take a look because I have an idea. And I'd like to try and sprint as quickly as my little legs will take me past these seemingly zombie-like humanoids and don the robes, don everything that I can get my hands on and put it on.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for dodge as these things dive for you. They are here to guard whatever is in this chamber.
Is there okay. Could I hold on. Would so the chamber's not. Wait, how big is the chamber?
6 feet square.
Oh, so it's not that. Oh, it's quite small.
Mm-hmm.
There's four
Behind the
people?
curtain, 6 feet square. Outside the curtain, like 20 by 20.
Oh, it's like just sort of a section of it, but still, there's 4 people in that 6 foot square.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
standing motionless until you moved the curtain back. They weren't making a sound.
Oh.
And they're in like, I know, I'm not seeing it. It doesn't matter. I won't.
It's an alcove, and it's right behind you.
Okay.
But you are
well-
preoccupied.
Well.
I'm going, it's fine. It's just the wind.
Crap. Okay. Well, I guess I'll try dodging. It's dodging. I guess to try and grab the stuff that's on the back.
You also see a mask hanging that's different from the one with the tongue hanging out. That
okay.
if you were to guess what sort of thing represents the bloody tongue, you would say it's that other mask with this weird material that's representing the tongue. But there's also a carved wooden African mask with 4 hideous faces perched atop a thick corded neck with a basket-like reed, feather, and fabric collar that would hide the wearer's face. So it's like there's these wooden masks on top, and then it's like almost like you pull down this fabric that is bundled at the bottom of it that would go over someone's face for it to be a mask. And in fact, I would like to show to you what this thing looks like.
Yes.
You
Please.
You will see the name, but I would like. Oh God, what the? Hold on. Right now, what is happening? What was that? No. Okay. There we go. There is a QR code because this our friends at Type 40 have created a virtual version of this mask. I know that might be pretty small for everybody.
Cool.
So this is, hey, look, you should know the name, your characters don't, but you can see right here, this is the mask of Hayama, and it is so cool that the people at Type 40 that in, the times of pandemic were like, how do we turn our awesome props into something else, into something that people can interact with virtually. And so if you do it, I made a little video of myself doing it, and you can put it in your living room or you can put it on this white background, and you can see this mask that has 4 extreme faces. Strange. What is this bloody spot on the
It's in front of me. I don't like it.
All right, thanks so much to our
Okay.
friends at Type 40 for creating this. This was a break from your madness for just a moment.
It's horrible. There's one without a. Oh my gosh. There's a.
That is one
Okay,
of the
so-
items that Linda sees.
There's
I
an
have-
E.
Many options.
Oh
Then,
my.
huh?
This
You
is
do.
so cool. I'm sorry.
I know, right?
It's on my desk right now.
Okay, so moment of truth. Yes, I'm going to try and dodge past them and also yell out, "Help! I need to help!" And try to get past them to get to the robes and everything that's together, the robes and gloves and the bloody tongue.
We'll see how
mask.
many things you can grab
Right.
based on the strength of your roll.
Yes, well, it's a very nice roll, but it didn't pass.
It's very
I failed my dodge.
your dive for the thing. What did you roll?
It was 69.
That's a very,
Hey,
very nice.
nice.
Very nice.
I get
it. I get why it was very nice. You were just gonna keep that to yourself, but
I thought it was
got it.
obvious. I'm sorry.
no, it's very nice. It is now. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, so I was so excited about showing off the cool mask. So, Linda, you dive, and these things, the first one misses you. The second one grapples for you.
Oh,
The third one does too.
oh.
My
And
dog can
so
tell I'm
does
so
the fourth
stressed.
one.
He is visiting me.
3 of these things descend upon you.
Oh.
And you don't recognize any of the faces. Or does she? Peterson, you
That mean?
have reached the end of the wench. It will go no further. The slab has been removed from the top of whatever stone insert in the ground. It like almost a well, but 8 feet wide. And you have moved away this slab of stone, and you hear a scream that you recognize, along with a guttural sound of some sort of creature. What do you do?
I still have that lantern, so I'm going to see if I can look and just see what I see down there. How deep does it look like it is? Do I see Millie?
You see the figure of your friend cowering in a corner, and a giant serpent that isn't made of smooth, silky serpent flesh, but rather on every side of it are faces. Dozens of faces, all in this slithering mass. As it moves and writhes and tries to dive at her, and yet when it does, it seems like it's frozen midair, as if something is keeping her safe from its many, many gnashing teeth.
Okay. I'll go, she's down here. I don't know what to do. Joe, help me. I don't know what to do.
Hey, take a breath. We're right here. We're gonna get her, okay?
Help!
Oh, Linda, what the fuck?
Linda is completely grappled as 3 people moving in an artificial, jagged sort of way. Their steps are jolting and sudden, move out, lifting her up and coming straight towards this crevice in the ground.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Jo, what do you do? You still have Silas under one arm.
Yes, I do. I think I take in everything that is currently happening. Everything is moving way too fast. But you know what? I live pretty fast and I make pretty split-second decisions all the time. And I think, no, I know. I'm gonna lean over the edge, see Millie, see the creature.
What?
And I'm gonna yell down, hey, you ugly son of a bitch! You hungry? Here's a snack! And I'm gonna throw Silas in to distract so that it eats this person instead of Millie.
Oh my God. Yes. As
this happens as a body on Peterson's just like, oh God.
Also, Becca, what are you showing us? What is this what's in the well?
Is this the
those
snake
are
of
the
people?
faces on the snake thing. Okay, look, it's more faces than I think are actually there in this piece of artwork. I think you're seeing an amalgamation of faces stuck into the sides of this giant snake thing. And when you see it, all of you need to roll for sanity again.
Oh God.
But I think that Jo would have already pushed Silas over the edge before you really get a look at what this is.
I don't believe in any of this. This isn't real. I rolled a 32. Peterson is so good at just like denying.
Yes.
Basically, imagine Scully in the X-Files. Like, yeah, stuff has happened to me, but I can still deny that it's happening. I'm fine.
Likewise, I'd maybe being carried by zombies towards some horrible screaming pit, but who hasn't at least once in their lifetime?
Linda definitely has before.
What, just out of curiosity, what is Linda's sanity?
I have 70 sanity.
Yeah. I made this NPC sheet just for fun a long ass time ago.
Yeah, I figured.
She's pretty sane. She's pretty sane. Jo?
Yeah.
So I chuck Silas
Mm-hmm.
and I stare into the pit and I make eye contact with too many faces.
Oh no.
And I look up at the zombies that have their hands on my friend. And I think she cocks her head. And there's an instinct there. And she just says, Carlyle? And she rolls a 99.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a fumble.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so you're gonna need to, when you see this horrible monstrosity with its purple, veiny, fleshy, snake-like stuff in between these faces, screaming in woe. Oof. I rolled a 10. You lose. That's... Uh-oh.
That's bad.
Jo sees this thing with all these faces and sees the faces of everyone she ever knew or care about. And inside this weeping mass, you see whether or not this is what others would see when they look at this same face. When you look at one of these faces, you see your lover, the one who chose a husband over you, the one that discarded you, is here, is suffering in unending torment on the side of this mass of pain. And as Silas barely even lets out a scream, his breath was caught in his mouth as he falls into the pit and says, I've given you so many sacrifices. Chakotay, you owe this to me. The worm snake thing rears up, and on its tip, a million tiny cilia-type teeth open and grab his head, severing it at the neck. His body stands there for a few seconds before the many weeping faces dive onto it as well and start ripping and tearing the flesh, and his clothing and his red blanket just sort of drifts off to the side. Linda, you are grappled by 3 zombies, and you are going to need to try and roll if you would like to pull out of their grasp. Jo,
Yes.
we will deal with your insanity in a moment,
Oh,
but
no.
Peterson, you succeeded on your sanity roll, so you may also try and free Linda if that is what you would like to do.
I would like to use. Look, I have some magic points still. Could I attempt to? I don't know my limits, and so here we are. Could I become incorporeal just for a moment so I can slip out of these?
That is
These
a little.
hands.
That is more magic than we've ever seen Linda do, and she's kind of a hedge witch, you know. So
That's
I'm gonna say I'm
fair.
gonna need an extreme success for something like that, and 10 magic points. If you don't have enough magic points, you may spend HP to make up the difference.
My. Okay.
But you know what? Actually, magic points regenerate at a rate of 1 point per hour. So you gain back 1 magic point because since you originally cast that spell to find Millie, you've gained back 1. Also, chat, during the break, I retconned that Linda, each time she cast the finding spell, spent 3
Spending
magic
3,
points.
Yes. Okay, let me see how unreasonable this is. Okay. So that's on a power roll, an extreme success on a power roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is there something less wild that still uses than becoming incorporeal? For some
I'll
reason,
let you
that's
do
all that
whatever
came
you want, but the
into
more
my-
crazy, the more magic points.
Right. Yes, that's how I'm like, maybe I can scale that back a smidge. And could I? Okay, as opposed to becoming incorporeal, because that seems huge. make my skin like burn in some way, like a ward of some kind, right? So that it would cause people to let go, rather. People, whatever, harmful skin.
Yeah.
Burning skin.
As you do so, Millie shouts up at you, "Protection spells! They seem to be working. I don't know."
Okay. Yes, I would try to do, that kind of like a protective ward on myself.
Okay. Expend 5 magic points and give me a power roll.
Okay. Yes. It's just a normal success. Do I need...
Just to cast a protective spell, this is a thing that you've done time and time again. You've practiced it in the basement of your boarding house with your friend Millie, who is below you in this cavernous thing with a monster that is devouring the man who put her there.
Yes, okay.
Okay, you wriggle out of the grasp, or rather, instead of wriggling, the 3 beings that are holding on to you just let go suddenly. You drop to the ground, and you take 1 HP of damage as you hit the stone. Linda is not very tall, and you fell about 4 feet.
Yes.
Okay, that's 2 feet. But you fell backwards, and you have old brittle bones.
Ow, yes, ow.
Jo.
Oh.
Jo is... She's thrown the thing. She's seen the thing. All of the room is gone to her. And she's tunnel visioned on this horrible sight. And she's bent over at the waist, reaching down into this thing, weeping as she just keeps finding more faces that she knows and more people that she's loved that aren't there anymore. And she's just screaming. You hear her shouting for Lou. You hear her shouting for Millie. You hear, she doesn't see anything. She only sees faces. She thinks Millie's gone. She sees Lou. She thinks Lou's gone. She's shouting Peterson. She's shouting Penny. She's shouting everyone. All she sees is the faces of people she loves already devoured. She thinks you're gone. She doesn't even know you're in the room anymore. All she's doing is trying to dive into these faces to get them back.
Belly flat on the stone, arms dangling over, reaching. This creature and its many faces are focused on their current prey. And in fact, it's deep enough that with it off, it doesn't seem like the creature could even crawl out of here. Like, it's a very deep hole, and your arm dangling down, maybe they could reach your fingertips and pull you in, but it's not paying attention to you right now as you lay there suffering, feeling the pain of everyone you ever cared about being lost to you.
Oh, do I roll to see if I'm okay?
Can I grab her?
Peterson
I'm standing right
can
here.
go to you.
And I see what's happening here. And I can't, this is right in front of me. And she cannot fall into this pit because both of them cannot fall into here. So, I grab her. I say, Jo, and I'm gonna trying to pull her up, trying to get her to look at me. I take off my glasses and I grab her face in my hands. I say, Jo, look at me. Look at me.
In there.
It's okay. It's
Penny,
Peterson.
you can't be down there.
I'm not down there. I am here in front of you. Look at me. I'm here in front of you.
You can't be gone. You can't be gone.
I'm not gone. I'm not gone. I am here. We are here. No, everything is fine. I am here. Okay, I am here. Look at me. Look in my eyes. I'm here.
There's so many eyes.
I know.
There's so many eyes.
But it's okay. But mine are real eyes. Mine are real eyes. Okay, they're my eyes. Look. Put your hands on my. I'm gonna take her hands and put them on my face. See? It's not. It's here. It's real. Breathe. Just breathe. Okay. Okay. Do you need a drink? I have your flask in my bag.
No.
Are you sure? Okay. It's okay. Just take a second. It's gonna take. I'll touch my nose to her nose. Okay, look, I'm here. It's real. Okay? That's my nose. It's my nose. Okay? Okay? Do not fall in that well. Do you hear me?
Jo, roll for sanity.
Oh, man. Whew.
No.
Peterson sits with you, knee to knee. Linda, Millie calls out to you. Linda, please. Linda, please. Get a rope, get something. Get me out of here.
I want to help with. Okay. Presumably, could I? Look, it seems like she's very far gone. But might I have some sort of tincture that would even like knock someone out temporarily? That I could throw to Peterson.
Peterson has a medical bag
I would
with
say
him.
I probably have something.
You could rifle through it, and I will need a luck roll.
Okay. I would say knock her out. She's gone. She's gone.
Or a hard spot hidden to find it in her bag.
And I will go to. Wait for me
Yes.
to go through. Okay, yeah.
I've dropped my bag as I got her, so
yes.
it'll be there beside me.
All right. So spot hidden, hard.
Yeah, or just a regular luck if that's better for you. Your pick.
No, it's a failure. 81.
The bottles are labeled with numbers. Peterson has some kind of system that only they understand.
What is this? I just didn't know.
Are we still in like dexterity combat order, Becca?
Oh yeah, there are zombies, and as they realize they cannot touch Linda, something burns their palms of their hands, which are sort of like the flesh seems to be almost melting away on the zombies that had been holding her, and they were holding you. Their arms were straight up, and that's why you had so far to fall. The zombies, or whatever they are, in fact called Simba to those that know, make a dash towards whoever is closest. And there are 4 of them. The one that had been straggling behind catches up, and they go for Peterson and Jo.
No.
But their limbs are not working in their favor. All of them have trouble controlling their own movement in this jerky. As they look at you, they have no irises in their eyes. It is just veiny whites, as they seem to sense where you are, but can't seem to focus, and their limbs don't seem to be obeying whatever is left of their brains. So, Linda just rifled through Peterson's bag. Peterson, you just were shaking Jo back to life. Jo had a chance to roll. Let's go back to Peterson.
I will, in this moment, I am noticing, okay, this isn't working. She's not coming to, okay, medical brain. And I'm kind of clocking everything. Zombies are here. Millie's calling out for help. We can't leave her out again. Linda's going through my bag. So
what is this system?
It's obviously number 5. And I'm like digging, and I will pull out something that hopefully I don't want to knock her out, but I just want to I want her to be able to move if she needs to, but I want to Valium her up as much as possible, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You giving me the good stuff?
You give her the good stuff. Just roll for regular medicine.
Oh no! How bad?
Can you push?
I rolled a 99.
No.
Wait,
Can you push?
We just got, I have a channel points redemption for a reroll. Triple Muse has gifted this to Jo. Jo, I will say you can use it on whatever you want.
Okay.
Peterson, you grab the Valium from your bag, and as you do, you stumble towards Jo with such vigor that you trip on these cobblestones inside this stone room, and the bottle flies out of your hand, skids across the stone, and shatters.
Oh no.
I will say to add to that failure, since this moment is kind of a chaotic one, I think one of the reasons you trip is because Jo is probably ripping at your clothes to keep you by her. She's trying to help save you. She thinks you're in danger and she doesn't want you to leave. So she's just ripping at you and makes you trip.
Linda, it broke. It broke.
I
don't
see
know what
it.
to do. It broke.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. I assume is it Jo's turn? I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Does my green? I know. Sorry, there's too many actions. This is my green bag. I have it. Is it? Do I feel anything? How do I help everyone?
You're wearing the Gree bag?
Yes, I always have it on.
Okay. Hold on. That's good to know.
In the chat. Wait, look in the chat.
For the broken, no, you don't get to pick what this reroll. This is already done.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Fine.
DM stretch. You son of a bitch. You have redeemed a reroll for the broken vial to try and catch it. 1 roll, but you get a penalty die. You need to succeed on 2 medicine checks for this to work.
Oh, one was really good, but the other one was fine. Okay, so that's a 53 with my penalty die. What am I testing? What is the skill I'm testing for catching the vial?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not medicine. Okay, so I think what
Dex,
happens...
right? I mean, obviously.
You have Jo dragging from your clothing. She is holding onto your pant leg. She is trying to rip you back to her as you pull her over to the liquid between these stones, and you put her tongue down to it. This is, I think this is liquid morphine, baby.
Like, breathe those fumes in. Breathe them in. Maybe it's enough.
The fumes hit, and Jo, you feel a burst of sort of euphoria of just floating outside your body. Roll for sanity to see if you can get back with what is happening here, but you get a bonus die.
Okay.
Don't look up the glass shards, just the drugs. Thank you, Art and Henry.
Later, Jo's like, why is there cuts in my tongue?
Why does my mouth taste like stone? Okay. Jo has been shoved into this pile of morphine. And as her face comes back up to you, you kind of, her hands go to touch your face again, and you could feel all of the muscles in her body starting to relax. And she gives you a sweet, sort of very exhausted smile, and she goes, I saved you.
You saved
You're
me.
back.
Yeah, you saved me. Just sit against this wall for a minute, please. I'm just gonna try and push her up against a wall.
And she collapses against the wall, and she rolled an 8.
Ooh.
So she is flying okay. She is no longer being tormented in a morphine-induced stupor.
The fear floats out of you. You may act on your turn again, but your actions will be impeded.
Compromised.
Yeah, if you try and do anything dexterous, you're going to have a penalty tie. You kind of are aware of your surroundings, but not a ton. Millie is going to roll to try and climb out of here on her own.
Oh, she's going to be so mad at us. We had to deal with this, Millie. We're coming for you too.
Besides inside this inset well-like thing, it's basically like 15 feet down of just smooth stone. It is where you keep your pet monster. And as she scrabbles, she gets about halfway up just with nothing to grab onto, like expert level rock climbing right here. But she just slides back down again before she can get her fingers to the top. Linda.
Yes. Okay. Keeper.
Yes.
Could I have a deal, a proposition?
What kind of a deal would you like to make?
I would like to grab both of these ladies, and we'll pay whatever the price to try and do a protection spell on them both, if you would allow me to use the hit points in order to do so.
You spent 5 points to cast on yourself, but your anatomy is one that you know intimately,
Yes.
that you live and breathe. But yeah, so I'll need a hard power roll for this to work, and you'll have to expend 5 points per person of either magic points or health points. What are your current magic and health points before you roll?
Current magic points are at 4 and health is at 9.
You can't.
Not die.
Yeah, I could. I wouldn't die. It'd be close, but
You have to spend 10 points
yeah.
to protect us, and you only have 9.
No.
Also 4
I
magic
have
points.
4
so there's
magic
13
points.
total points.
Oh! Oh, it was you could mush the 2.
If you, your magic points regenerate 1 point per hour. If you run out of magic points, you may expend your HP points, but they don't come back so easily.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if I can even roll this.
Oh, no.
What did I need? Hard?
Hard.
Yeah, I rolled a 28. I got a hard success.
Incredible. You scuttle away from the zombies that grab for you, or reaching for your friends, who are now up against the wall opposite where the alcove was, sort of near the door to the exit. And as you reach them, they are connecting. You see Jo is relieved somewhat from the pure suffering you saw her feeling a moment ago. You reach out and touch them both, and the love that you feel for these two women encompasses them in a pinkish, purplish kind of like glow that just branches out from your tiny withered hands and spreads over their whole bodies. And as the zombies crawl after and what's that word, that's like stumble your way, they reach out and claw, and as their hands touch this sort of pink shimmer, the same burning, you can smell their rotted flesh burning off their palms as they reach for you.
You must save Millie. Now go. I'm now at 3 hit points. So
And since you have lost more than half your hit points in a single blow, Linda falls to the ground unconscious. Please roll for Constitution, actually, to see whether or not you're conscious.
Okay, sure. Well, it's... I'm not conscious. I collapsed right after I said, save Millie.
Peterson. The sounds of chomping and gnawing and sucking and biting that you heard from down in this well are starting to subside.
I'm gonna look around and see. This is so crazy. There are zombies crawling toward us, but they're getting burned if they touch us. Are there? Is there anything I can use to to help Millie climb up. There are ropes, or yank down some curtain. Maybe I can yank the curtains down, or
There are
anything
curtains,
like that.
there are ropes, there are tons of weird ritual artifacts of all various shapes and sizes, statues. There's a lot you could throw in there. You can definitely grab the curtain, rip it off its rungs, and lower it down like a rope.
Great, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go, Millie, we're here. We're gonna help you. Grab onto this. Grab on, and I'm gonna chuck it down there.
I should probably have her character sheet up as I roll for her. I think she's gonna just need a straight strength. And we'll spin the 7 luck. Hopefully she still got that. This is an old character sheet. Okay. She grabs the curtain. Actually, Peterson, you're going to have to give me a strength roll on the other side of this to have you not tumble in. She's putting her whole weight on this curtain and pulling herself up with it, which is, if you've ever had to climb that rope in gym class, this is not an easy task, but she, with a little luck, is able to do it. Do you provide enough resistance?
Yes. I rolled a 39 and my strength is 60.
All right. I think you
As long as I
tie
didn't
it
need a hard-
around your waist and you grab onto the biggest metal statue you see.
I basically kind of thunk down my butt on the ground and put my feet up against the edge of the well to be like a real, like, you know how when little kids go all like boneless, and then like brace myself against the well to be just dead weight to try and counterbalance the
like when
so
you're playing a
cool.
game
I
of
think-
tug of war
physics.
for your life and you lean back as far as you can. No, sorry, a squid game. Don't worry about it. Okay. Millie pulls herself over the edge of the pit. You see one arm, you see another arm, you see a leg, and you see the face of your friend look at you with fear and relief in her eyes as she scrambles over to you, Peterson, and swings her arms around you tight.
I just grab her.
And she just breathes heavily and then flops down and then turns to see the Simba, who are eyeing her hungrily. Jo, what would you like to do?
Hey, we did it. Okay. Whoa, zombies. Okay. And she, while seeing all this cool stuff that Peterson is doing, is just like, oh yeah, okay, we gotta be heroes. And she's pulling herself up, and is like got this weird like adrenaline dump from everything she's seeing, and she also feels amazing right now, and very loose and open, and there are zombies, and Millie's out, and I think she just kind of, since she's in like a drugged brain, she just kind of goes, what are those zombies protecting? And runs into that room. She's just like, fuck this shit. And just like, you just see her like drunkenly, like, she knows how to be drunk. She knows how to be too intoxicated. She can get things done. This is her pushing through that, and she's gonna stumble into that room because they were there for something. They're protecting something. And I think she sees the bloody tongue and is like, I gotcha. And she's gonna try to destroy it.
Okay. The bloody tongue mask. Separate from the mask of Hayama, there is a mask hanging from the wall, decorated with, as you step closer to it, you recognize a mummified human tongue lolling out of it. It's so much longer than you'd think when its full length is exposed outside of a mouth.
You're a doctor.
I mean, yes, that is scientifically correct and accurate. Yes, so I don't mind. I do autopsies as a hobby, so this is fine for me.
You pull the mask off the wall. There's also a robe, gloves with claws, a scepter, and the wooden four-faced mask, along with various bowls and other artifacts.
I would like to grab the mask and the staff and start going buck wild, destroying everything in this room.
Give me a roll.
She is breaking every code of an archaeology major right now, but she's like, no, artifacts are bad right now.
What do you think this roll would be? I mean, I would say fighting brawl, but you could convince me of something.
Fighting brawl, pure
or strength.
strength.
Yeah, I think strength. Strength works for me.
Cool. Because they're not fighting back, and I feel like a brawl is when something's fighting you back.
Fair.
Okay. Hard success!
Your mic auto-corrected.
Yeah.
And I know how loud you must have been.
What happened?
Hard success. Oh, your mic just like brought you way down.
Did that thing where it's like something very loud is happening. Lower that volume. It was amazing.
It was great. Okay, with an 11, a hard success. You see this and you are filled with a fury. They tried to kill your friend. They have trapped you. You still, some part of you believes Lou and everyone else that you love is still down in that pit. And you take the scepter, you smash it into the wooden mask, topples to the ground. The mask with the bloody tongue rips in half. The tongue itself just sort of like smashed flat, like a roadkill almost under the scepter. You take the glove with the embedded animal claws that have been placed inside of it, and you rip through a tome that was sitting there, a book of African sex, CTS. And there is little in here aside from a few metal bowls.
Oh wait, that's the book
away.
from Harvard Library, probably. It's
Well done.
fine. It's fine. I didn't want to read that or anything, but it's okay.
Maybe there are some books that shouldn't be read out loud.
I don't know if I believe that. But...
You ever seen The Mummy?
No.
But as much...
It's a great black and white film. Beautiful. I'll take you to the pictures if we live.
But as much as you smash and smash into this four-headed wooden mask with this sort of like almost like a beanie at the bottom of it, like fabric, like supposed to be pulled tight over the head, and the face is worn above, you smash and smash at it, and with the claws you can rip into the fabric below, but the faces never seem to dent. Is it Linda or Peterson? Who last? Oh, well, Peterson just saved Millie. Yeah, what's Linda doing?
Well, Linda passed out. So.
Oh yes, Linda's unconscious.
Linda's passed out unconscious. Give me a roll for Constitution.
Okay, it's just mutterings. Oh no, Charles, no, not there, Charles. You know the way. And I'm still out.
Oh, you're still out. Okay, failed roll. Okay, got it.
Yes.
That's just fine. Where did I keep that thing where I keep all the rules for how you get conscious again?
She might die.
Fine, Chad will tell me. That's on you. Oh, here we go. Here's where I keep it. All right. Peterson, you are embracing Millie. There is a monster of many heads and a recently dead Silas, and you see a head just visible as you look towards the pit of peeking up as part of this snake now. You see kind of pushing through as you look over Millie's shoulder in this hug, in a spot that was just this veiny purple snake-like skin. It pulls apart as a new head pushes through the skin. And you see Silas as if just out of the womb with kind of like this viscera, liquidy texture over his face.
Yeah, I'm a medical doctor. It doesn't gross me out.
He opens his eyes and you roll for sanity.
Please actually need that, Peterson. Peterson, look. I cut people open all the time for surgeries. I go, yeah, I've birthed babies before. I rolled a 7 on that check. So it's fine. I don't mind. You suck. You're a horrible person. Millie, help me close this cover thing. And I'm going to get up if I can and start trying to like use the winch again, maybe to try and close the lid on the thing.
To be fair, the birth of babies is way grosser looking. You and Millie together with your combined strength easily pull this winch closed as the stone slab slides across, and the cries and groans that have been going on this whole time of 20, 30 souls that are trapped inside this creature just moan. Their moans get quieter and quieter as the slab slides over.
That's right. Hush.
Childbirth, nature's zombies. They are like so confused because they couldn't go for any of you, and they actually are now really interested in Jo because the items are the thing they were there to protect, and so they're all in the alcove now. They've run to the alcove and they're trying to grab the objects back, but they can't touch Jo without their hands burning. And so some of them try and dive and then stumble backwards. And Jo just, it's like, hold me back as they like kind of try and grab her. But everything has been destroyed aside from the wooden faces. There is no turn order because the zombies can attack and the slab is over the pit. What would you all like to do now?
Can I attempt to... I want to try to see if I can hurt a zombie. Boo.
Sure. You hit him with the scepter?
Yeah. Can I want to see if bashing their real faces make the statue face bash in.
That is super cool. But no, as you pull back the scepter and let it loose and it slams down with your previous strength roll, you have the strength to just come down hard on the one that's closest to you. And the moment you do is the first moment you really look one of them in the face.
I meant to ask about this. Oh no.
I said Carlyle before. I said it. I knew it.
You
What do you
see
see?
A woman's face.
Oh. Yeah.
White woman, early 30s, brown hair.
Yep.
As if it had pins keeping it tight, but now it's just a matted mess. Wearing a gray pinstripe a gray wool skirt and a pinstriped button-up. You recognize the journalist, Rebecca Schosenberg.
What?
Wait, what?
You can't see her eyes anymore. It's just those veiny white
told her to
balls
be careful.
bulging out.
Look, who's everyone? That gives me pause. Who's everyone else?
There
Is Jackson
are
one of them?
Jackson. As you look at the other three faces, you don't see him. You think
He's buried. Okay.
you think back that you were there for when he was buried. You see two African American men, one of them wearing a uniform like he may be a repair, like sort of electrical repair is the logo on the shirt. One of them
taking randos who come into his shop, and Rebecca. Sorry, keep going back.
one is a white man graying hair. You don't recognize the other three faces.
I'm so sorry. Whoa.
Jo, your scepter does come down hard and misses her head, but hits her shoulder as zombie Rebecca. It's like her collarbone snapped and she topples into a pile, but then her white eyes grow wider as she groans and reaches up at you. Again, her undead flesh sears as she reaches and touches you.
I grab the book that I've shredded. I'm gonna actually look at it this time, knowing that I have a moment and that nothing's actively being injured because we're sort of protected right now. What is the book?
Question. That would be in volume 2, appendix C.
Oh, okay. No worries. Then I don't grab. I do grab the book.
You grab it.
I don't.
Okay, wait.
It has
how about
claw
this?
marks in the
Yeah, it
cover,
has
and you
claw
can
marks.
pocket it for later
I
when
pocket
Keeper
it.
looks up what's actually in there. But you do find a bookmark open to the page about the bloody tongue.
Okay, great.
While this is happening, Peterson would like to go check on Linda and see if I can revive her and check her vitals, make sure she's not dead.
That's nice of you. Yeah, head on over. Give me a medicine roll, and if you succeed, you can give Linda 1d3 of HP.
Oh yeah, that's a 16, so that is a hard success. Oh, I could spend 2 luck points.
I
to
rolled
make
a
it an
3 for
extreme
you.
Success, but I won't,
Linda
'cause I know
recovers 3 HP. You're up to 6. Is that half of your... Doesn't matter. You come to consciousness.
Yes. Oh, that was a nice nap. Thank you for allowing me to snooze
Linda.
a bit.
You might not remember this, but this is the second time you have almost died on me, and I need you to stop doing that.
Oh, well, it's not my fault. Time goes on. The age is a fact of life. I can't help it, dear.
But thank you. Now, do you know anything about what we can do about these? And I'll gesture over to the zombies.
I think that's when Jo kind of like stumbles through them because they just are like, can't touch me. And she just walks through them carrying the book and the scepter kind of as a steady.
What happened? Where did you destroy it, or you didn't try it on?
No. I thought maybe it would make them go poof, but it didn't. Millie, should we just leave right now and lock the door behind us and find?
Absolutely, I think we should do that.
Let's do that.
That one.
I think we should burn this place down.
I think so.
Oh, yes, but I'm just going to take a look in case there's anything useful that I can bring back, for myself, It's just the boarding house, me,
Linda, with a strong limp, goes to raid the alcove one more time as Millie is going to go over to some of the torches, and if there are any the lanterns, if they have they do have oil in them, she's going to pour it around anything that looks flammable, and then take the torch off the wall, set that shit on fire.
Look, it doesn't just have to be the alcove, since presumably this whole room, right, has things and stuff.
Can we pour a little of the gasoline into the well if I just pop a little hole? Because it might protect them.
But we could try and crank it back open again, maybe.
Just like a schmeech.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Do you go to the winch and crank it open?
All right, that gives me more time to look, really.
Yeah, Millie and I are I'm just finding ways to make these things burn for sure. I need to set these souls free, and
okay.
I think I don't know how to do that.
Jo, unless anyone's helping you, do a strength check for the winch. Linda, roll spot hidden to see what you find in the space.
Could I argue are there books?
There was only one.
Oh, there was only one. Okay, well then, yeah, I'll just spot it.
I've got the book. I rolled an 18. That's a hard success.
You, by yourself, were able to pull this winch a few feet open, maybe just a foot.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking like just enough for her to pour all the kerosene down there.
You pour kerosene, you can aim and try and get it on pretty much anything. It's kind of like you're bound to hit. It's touching wall to wall, this thing, the thing of many faces. And do you throw a torch down?
Oh, sorry.
I think Millie's got it, so I'm going to look up into Millie's eyes like you say when.
You're holding the wench. You make eye contact with Millie. She gives you a stern nod, and then she takes the torch in her hand and throws it down. Before you do, there is, I mean, as you're opening it, the wails had poured out once again, and you feel the pain and suffering of those souls trapped. You know that it is the right thing to free those souls, and you hear that horrible screeching, like when you set something on fire that's full of air, kind of like a balloon letting out, but higher pitched, as there is a squeal, wails of pain, and then sort of a for some of them, as you see sort of like a ghostly ethereal smoke that almost, if you look closely, you see a tiny face in some of these puffs of smoke as you close the winch closely, and who knows if there's enough oxygen for that fire to keep burning down there.
Good point.
Oh.
I think we should get out of here, right? Oh, sorry, Linda, you're doing something.
I just got a regular success and spot hidden.
Okay.
I
You
could
look
also,
around.
occult it up if it's to, figure out something that radiates, so it's anything that seems valuable to take.
Everything seems valuable. Many things have been partially destroyed, but the metal, though dented perhaps, is not destroyed. There is a burnished copper bowl etched with runes and signs, and as you hold this copper bowl in your hands, you feel a thrum of power.
Ooh. Oh, yes, that's just a good bowl. I need some more bowls in my life, so I could just put that in my bag. I imagine I have a gigantic bag that fits everything.
Of course, Linda has the biggest of carpet bags, which actually I have made reference to a very Mary Poppins kind of bag she has. This bowl, as your fingers touch it, you wouldn't call it copper. It doesn't have that cold tingle that metal has. It has kind of like a warm, fuzzy, almost electric shock to it. Ooh. And you think this might be something not quite copper, perhaps something unearthly in nature.
Oh.
There is, of course, let's see, we found the scepter. There is a headband of gray metal with cuneiform characters in the surface. Curiously warm. Oh, wow, I hadn't read that, and I thought I was being original. This is also curiously warm.
You know what? I'll put the headband on.
Ooh, okay. Give me an occult or Cthulhu Mythos roll.
I rolled a 1.
Linda!
Check your Cthulhu Mythos skill, and you will be improving upon that skill. You put it on, and for a moment, your eyes roll back in your head as if you're one of these Simba, and you feel your body just out of your own control for a minute. You feel your feet raise off the ground momentarily, and you see underwater a land, a city underwater. And you feel, when you wear this, even more protection. Not the pink glow, not whatever this simple protection spell you've been casting for years, cast with love. You feel this is a casting of power. This headband gives you power to hurt things. Both above and below the water. And then your feet drop back down to the ground and you blink your eyes open.
Oh, that was a trip.
Linda, are you
Am I
all right?
still high?
I'm good. Yes,
You are, yes, but but something did happen.
You did float?
I floated. I also sank at the same time, my dear. Oh, I've seen some things that's got to top the list. Oh, how exciting.
The fire is beginning to spread on the
we should
curtains,
go.
on the other
Okay,
fabric
let's
items.
go.
Too much smoke, please. Let's all get out of here. And also, before it's obvious that we are the ones who set this fire,
Oh, yes.
we should go.
Do you leave the door open to let it spread upstairs, or do you want to? I guess it's an oak door, so who knows?
Oh, is this like a standalone building, or is it connected to many
I think
others?
it was connected to a pawn shop, wasn't it?
The pawn shop was abandoned. It was boarded up on the windows, but it was on either side of that were tenement buildings.
I think let the whole building burn. It's full of things probably with the symbol, and I just think the whole building should go personally.
Millie agrees.
I ain't gonna fight that.
Burn it all down, she said. She even brought a torch with her, and as you run up the stairs, she starts lighting any fabric item in this shop.
All right, run we go then.
Let's go.
Just trying to do what I think Bridget would do in the
I
situation.
feel like that feels right to me.
I feel like Bridget would immediately just say, burn it down.
Burn it down. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna oh, gonna hug you so hard.
Yeah, well, we gotta get out of here before hugging can happen. We've got to get back. We have to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. And the adrenaline that has been keeping her body moving through like morphine, she is now just like dead weight on you so that you can guide her. Like she is still moving her feet, but it is starting to take her a little bit. So the hug was I need help walking.
Okay, I will help you.
Come on now, come
The
on
three
now,
of you
youngins.
the four of you stumble out of the shop of Juju House, and you're in the courtyard. Outside of it, the tenement buildings are more of the windows are open now. There were many screams emanating through up through the open door and up through the open trap door. And the neighbors from the tenement buildings have come outside. Maybe about 10 people are standing around looking at you.
Sorry about that. We are having a domestic dispute, as you all saw earlier, and we all get very worked up when we fight and argue. But it's all right. We're taking our mother away. She needs just a moment break from our father. And then I'm just gonna just try to not even let anyone have time to question it. Just try and keep the group moving to anywhere as far away from here as possible, because they're soon gonna notice this place is on fire.
A little girl
dad
taps
sucks.
on Jo and tugs on her coat, the brim of her her suit coat, and says, "I like your cane."
Oh,
The scepter.
hey, thanks.
As you walk on, you can get a cab. You can head back to your hotel room.
Can I break the scepter? I feel like Joe's not anything from this place is evil. I don't want this.
Pick up your knee and you snap it over it. Feel a jolt of pain as you do, but it snaps.
Oh, I'm going to cover my headband. Don't you take this away from me.
And then she looks down at the kid and she goes, just go to a chain shop. Just go find a Macy's. Just find a Macy's.
Do you head back to the hotel?
Okay, everyone. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the hotel.
Oh,
The next day, as you're packing up to head back to maybe Linda's boarding house, maybe elsewhere, you pick up the paper and you read
Adams.
Tenements, Harlem, burned to the ground.
All the tenements. Oh no. How many people? Millie's probably the one reading the paper. Millie, how many people died?
Dozens. But we saved those souls.
Oh.
They didn't realize there was a fire.
What about Hilton Adams? I feel like
As you pick up an old
Did we cause the fucking...
As you pick up an old paper, you see that the execution of Hilton Adams is scheduled for tomorrow. But hey, stays have happened. And that is the end of our scenario for today, but you will get to gain back sanity points based on the fact that you have perhaps you have freed the souls within the Chakota, the being in the basement. You have destroyed the Simba. Who knows what kind of evil they could have wrought. And you have destroyed the gathering place of the Bloody Tongue and one of its main members, leaders, who's to say. So for that you will gain...
And we killed so many.
I'm so sorry. Cthulhu is mean. But hey!
And in a fun way, we're causing actual events in history with our story. There is, I don't know what year it is, but there are several famous New York fires, and I'm pretty sure there's a pretty famous fire near Harlem. I don't know.
We did that.
I gotta look it up.
No.
I can't remember, but it's pinging something.
Well, congratulations on changing the course of history. Hey, you know what? Fictional fires are not the same as causing real fires, so I'm sorry to cause you pain, and hey, I'm really glad that you all didn't die. We're gonna take this offline now. Head on over to patreon.com/goodtimesociety if you want to see whatever it is we need to talk about right now. That will be posted there by the morning, if not before. And thank you one more time to our sponsors, Chaosium, for writing these totally fucked up scenarios for us to play through. We have reached the ending of Chapter 1 of Massive Nyarlathotep, America.
We
Oh
did it.
God.
We did it.
Looks
We
like
saved
we weren't
Millie.
gonna make it happen.
We may have skipped a few, things to explore. But hey, maybe there is a chance that our Sorority of the Unordinary is able to exonerate Mr. Hilton Adams with any evidence they have brought out of Juju House. Or maybe the corrupt
it all.
police system
My crown.
will turn a blind eye. Who's to say, because we're out of time on the Calyx. But one more huge thanks to Jo McAdam for stepping in last minute. You were the perfect Linda Lovewing.
So clutch on so many roles.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And thank you so much to Paula and Gina, as always, for being incredible.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
Agents of
shout out
Chaos,
to
the
Bridget
both of us.
Jeffries. Bridget Jeffries, we love you so stinking much, and sending so much love to you and your family. She couldn't be here if you missed the beginning for family emergency. So please send lots of good thoughts and love and hearts in her direction. And we'll see you next time on the Calyx. Oh, I almost forgot something very important. In 2 weeks, no, in 1 week, we are moving the Calyx to Wednesdays, and guest keeper Eliza Pearl is going to be running a scenario for myself, Alicia Marie, and Cynthia Marie. So we got an Eliza, Alicia, Maria, Cynthia, and Marie, and I'm going to change my middle name to Marie, and then we got it covered. So make sure you tune in on whatever day that is.
Next Wednesday.
8 plus.
Yeah.
On the 10th. It's the 10th. We're coming back on the 10th. Whole new scenario, whole new group, and of course these lovely ladies will definitely be back at some time because I can't get enough of them. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.